Since there seems to be a lot of interest in this K thing, let me talk about the 3 levels of experience that you tend to see and why this is such a wildly different substance. I'll use more code words because this is more about the benefits, and we know the old TT doesn't like benefits of these head twisters. So, a way I always talk about this substance is something very similar to psychedelics, because as most of us know, psychedelics is a shortcut to that mystical unity with the entire universe experience. And for people like myself, I probably never would have found that experience without that shortcut. But then as the 60s showed us, people get sick of using a helicopter to get to the top of the mountain, and instead they switch to things like yoga and spiritual practices to walk the path and get there on their own. And so K is similar because it is a shortcut to a clear, calm mind that is very hard for many of us to find. And so sometimes people can find that with K and then realize what that's like and then start using things like meditation and other practices to calm their mind and to get there. So let's talk about the 3 levels of use. When you use a small amount of it, oddly, it is a stimulant. There's a reason it is popular in the EDM scene, like my old buddy here was talking about. It helps to loosen inhibitions, it keeps you up, and it's a great thing for dancing. And it's odd because one of its main mechanisms of action is blocking the glutamate receptor. And glutamate is your brain's primary excitatory neurotransmitter. It is your green light. And so K tends to block your green light. But maybe that's why you lower some inhibitions and you can finally get into your body and get out of your head. The second level of use, the moderate amount, which is very different for everybody because tolerance ramps up very quickly, is one where you more feel like sitting back, but you're still quite present. It does tend to take away your ability to talk and have fun, so you won't sit around having a lot of fun conversations. There were 2 very favorite things for me and my friends, and one was putting on my collection of animations from around the world, and you were just in the moment letting these beautiful animations roll into you. You can almost feel them reprogramming your mind, so I wanted to make sure I had a good playlist. The other thing that's great for moderate use amounts is the physical act of love. It feels like the entire world is a genitive organ, if you will, and it was fantastic for that. Finally, you have the high level of use, the hole that everybody is talking about. And if you're not prepared for it, or if you're at a party and you take too much, it is scary and a terrible experience. But it can also be a fantastic experience where people go and have spiritual things happen to them. They can see things. It is a time dilation, so it feels like they're down there forever. If you combine it with the active ingredient of ayahuasca, it feels like you're down there for millennia sometimes. But people can go down there and pull out important ideas and bring them back. I know a maker in New York who would go down there and bring back blueprints. And so that hole is different for everybody, but it can be a fantastic place. And some people are hunting for the hole over and over again. That wasn't me. I was hunting for that moderate level of enjoyment all the time. But you can see why these 3 different layers appeal to different people. And some people like all of them, but some of them only like one of them. And so there's a little bit more background around it, but I've been really enjoying everybody's comments. So if you have more to share, I am all ears.